And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Fusion Cup. When it comes to some of the best, toughest, insane matchups ever there is, Fairy Tale Charmer is the way to go as the deck of choice. With that being said, let's get into the matchups. With his hand, this is Beyond Beautiful going second. Beckoning Beast. Versus Bell. Nice. When it comes to Bell, throughout the course of the cup, I think I only saw them at least twice or even 3 times overall throughout the whole cup, and not much else after. But if you play Bell properly, or versus Bell properly, you should be in a pretty good position of dealing with phantoms the most. So draw face Spirit Charmers to avoid Droll, Ball getting Luna, Real Normal Luna, Imperm on the search part, Luna on phantoms. Oh my, Imperm again. And Super Poly with the save for the search effect. Super Poly into Magistus Shirozo. Luna getting another copy. Awakening Spell drew into Thrust. Shirozo kickback. So that way I am not taking damage off from Nightmare Pain. Set 1 and pass. Samsara D Lotus for Spirit. Spirit, pick up Nightmare Pain. Kill off Spirit, getting another one. Spirit for OG Bell. Gruesome Grave Squirmer. Kill off Bell. Bell for Terror Incarnate. Opening. Ditch Nightmare Pain for Samsara D Lotus. Contact into Second Phantoms and pass. Forbidden Chalice on one of the Phantoms. Real Normal Luna. Luna Search. Samsara D Lotus. Secret Effect. During your opponent's turn, when a monster effect is activated while you control a Bell monster, not hard to do, as a quick effect, you can tribute this card, change the effect to kill one Bell monster anywhere on the field. Partnerships. Reborn Wind. Kill off Nightmare Pain. Kill off Phantoms. Drew into Defuse. Little Match Girl. Phantoms. You're under Chalice. Special Little Match Girl. Little Match Girl getting Ball. Activated. Getting Luna. Equip Spell. Hook up to Little Match Girl. Extra Normal Luna. Luna getting Snegurachka. Thrust for Talent. Talent? Let me take a look. Yeah, can confirm. No harm, no foul. Shuffle Spirit. And that's basically game on the spot. And with his hand, not so much in terms of going first, but I think I can actually fix that. Real Normal Snegurachka, and Snegurachka is going to give my opponent 500 life, yet Opponent gives me instant fuse. You're basically screwed at this point. Second has Brius, free special, and we rather leave it on the field so that impermanence is not a card. Instant fuse into Weaver, Weaver special Little Match Girl, Little Match Girl getting the search while Weaver turn Brius into Prince of Fairies so that the Hecahan's counter traps are not cards. XZ into Wiccat. Wiccat detach 2, toss out Once Upon a Fairy Tale and Snow, being Snow White. Once Upon Reset, equip Little Match Girl for extension, fuse summon, into Teller, Tails, and set 1. Set 2, Brius. Oh, hello? Going for the record. It's in regards of Weaver, as it turns out to be. Normal or special, a non-Earth Fairy Tale, which I did do that off from Weaver. While this card is in your monster zone, outside of the damage step, you can target one effect monster your opponent controls, negate its effects. Also, its name becomes Prince of Fairy. It's permanent negate? That's clean. Real normal Mirror Sword Knight. Tribute. Special Big Wing. Big Wing. Ball. Chimera Fuse. Teller. Negate Chimera Fuse. Chain Once Upon a Fairy Tale. Bring back Snow. Bring back Little Match Girl. Little Match Girl getting us Ball. Switch to attack. First off, not destroyed due to Teller. Second of all, no damage due to the continuous spell. And that should put my opponent on lethal range. $100 life points short. Are you serious right now? Alright, fine. I'm gonna have to do this the worst way to close out a game. Ball. Pick up Little Match Girl. Real normal Little Match Girl. Getting the Equip Spell. Equip Spell, Fuse. Into Weaver. Equip Spell once again. Fuse one more time. Teller. A massive explosion, and that is lethal. As for Hecahan's Chimera, this was literally the one time I ever came across throughout the whole Fusion Cup, and that was pretty much it. With his hand going first on draw phase, Spirit Charmers to avoid draw, ditch Alsa, grab Unpossessed, set the spell, flip it up, instant fuse, Weaver, Awakening, drew into Luna, Weaver, special Little Match Girl getting Tails, continuous spell, XZ into Wiccat. So that way, we want the light fairy tale monsters to be protected, and Wiccat on the detach to toss out the equip and the quick play. Quick play being Once Upon, reset button, Tails, continuous, reveal Luna, extra normal Luna, getting another copy, equip, hook up to Wiccat, extra normal Luna, getting another Luna, Real normal Luna, getting Sleeper, and Sleeper, on the other hand, is going to be one of those key factors. Upon flip, you can special summon one monster from your hand, Its real effect is when your opponent activates a normal spell / trap card as a quick effect, you can contribute one other monster, change the effect to change one face-up monster your opponent controls to face-down defense. Equip to fuse into Teller and one set. Alt Art E-Hero Stratos. That's clean. Getting Masked Hero Fountain. E-Call. Lost Out Shadow Mist. Fountain. Special Blazeman. Getting Polly. Miracle Ejector. Tossing out Flare Scarab. What on earth is this? Obviously, shoutouts to Jaden Yuki with the heroes and or Neospatians as well. Level 3, Fire Inset, 500 both ways. Extra 400 attack for every back row your opponent controls. Well, technically field spell too, but 400 attack extra for every spell trap your opponent controls. No, really. Extra 400 attack for every spell trap your opponent controls. Imagine if this card was summonable, it'll be the beefiest Scarab ever. Also, at the same time, about Elemental Heroes, before I go any further, Elemental Heroes, well, any mixture of heroes, is one of those decks, while being at level 17, this was one of the two archetypes that Gate kept me so bad, I kept going back and forth between levels 16 and 17 a bunch. Miracle Ejector, getting End Shuffle. End Shuffle. Shuffle away Miracle Ejector for Spirit of Neos. Spirit of Neos, that's 2 Polymerization. Spirit Shuffle. OG Neos. Poly it up. Teller. Banish. Once Upon. Bring back Sleeper. Awakening. Draw. Poly it up. Sleeper. Shibuluna. Change the effect to Book of Moon. Booking the Teller. Infernal Devicer. I'm sorry? Storm Neos revealed? Okay, so let us picture, for example, if for whatever the reason, Storm Neos was summonable off from Contact Fuse. Let's say if, for whatever the reason on this scenario, if it was on board. Kill all spells and traps everywhere on the field. So Heavy Storm. It's literally Heavy Storm. That's crazy. Getting Aqua Dolphin. And Shuffle. Blazeman, Scarab. Shuffle, draw one. Can't stop Super Poly. Sunrise to extend. Sunrise for Miracle Fuse. Shadow Mist for Vision Hero Ferris. Vision Heroes to work with. Fountain. Straight up set. Mask change. Increase. Ship it away to Ferris. Partnerships is going to resolve without effect. Reborn area. Kill off increase. Miracle Fuse. Thunder Giant. Voltic Thunder. Upon special summon, and your opponent controls more cards than you do, obviously way too much, kill all other cards everywhere on the field. Most cases, if Thunder Giant were to do that, he'd end up losing Mask Change and Sunrise. At the same time, the only cards that are going to get killed would be a face down Teller, Witcat, and the 3 spells. Luna, kick back both, set. And that is scoop phase for heroes. With his hand going second, this should be nice. Branded. The top dog's best decks in the room. This was the other deck that got me gatekeeping in terms of levels 16 through 17. So Hero and Branded players are basically the top 2 decks in Fusion Cup to represent the most. If you don't got the non-engine to focus on both Hero, Branded, and amongst other Fusion decks to work with, chances are you're not going to survive throughout the whole entire Fusion Cup. Guiding Quem, real normal. Toss out Cartesia. Nadir Servant, toss out Branded. Just to get All Bass Jesus. Guiding Quem. Alt Art Cartesia. All Bass Jesus. Toss out Glossed Out Rimbrum. All Bass Jesus. Getting the Alt Art Incredible Ecclesia. Man, this Branded player apparently sold his soul for the Alt Arts. And one set. Albion Branded. Getting Fallen and Virtuous. And pass. Super Poly. Secretarion. Fallen and Virtuous. Toss out Dragon Devours. Ball. Getting Luna. Royal Droll. Nice. Real normal Luna. Rimbrum for All Bass Jesus. Ball. Hitting Cartesia. All Bass Jesus. Forbidden Chalice. And that should completely cut Branded for now. Incredible Ecclesia. Alt Art Albaz. Albaz. Ditching the brand new card of Dominus Spark. Hard activation once per turn. During the turn in which your opponent has activated a monster effect in hand or graveyard, you can activate this from your hand. The case is target one monster your opponent controls, banish it, then if you have no traps in your graveyard, your opponent can, optional, special one monster from their hand. Basically, the trade-off is no more Charmy or Imperm if the opposing player were to special. If you activated this card from your hand, you cannot trigger the effects of Earth, Water, Fire, and Wind monsters throughout the whole entire duel. Wow. To get around that restriction, any deck that are lights and or darks are available to play Dominus Spark. Ball, negate Albaz. Son of okay, I have to mandatory get rid of Anaconda and okay, draw 2 all from talents. Alt Art Aluber. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. All 4 Alt Arts. Incredible Ecclesia. Blazing Cartesia. Alt Art Fallen Albaz. Alt Art Aluber, for which, by the way, I have 2. And I did end up getting 1 Alt Art Albaz as well. Aluber, getting Branded Fuse. Set 1. 18 for both, 36 total at 44. Rio no Luna, pick up Little Match Girl. Little Match Girl. Spell, trap card, or monster effect is activated that involves special summon in it. Oh. And he does happen to have 2 fusions that mention Albaz in it. This is going to hurt. Return Albion and Dragon that Devours. Negate Destroy. Luna over Alt Art Albaz by 50 points. Retribution. I keep forgetting that Fallen and the Virtuous always treat it as 2 things at the same time. A branded card and a Dogmatica card. That's wild. Fallen, Ditch Titani-clad, Kill Off Ball. Opponent takes the 50 damage. Why would he do that? Just to avoid impermanence, which I did not know. That's very big brain play. Ooh. Most cases, Imperm Albion. Cartesia. Defuse. Kickback Albion. Cartesia. Aluber. Come on back. Titani-clad. Shoutouts to Alt Art Dogmatica Ecclesia, as everybody receives one. Fallen and the Virtuous as well. Incredible Ecclesia. High Spirits. Reveal Cartesia. Toss out Granguinol. Getting Albion Shrouded. Back to the hand she goes. All at end phase, by the way. Top decks Ball. Getting another Luna. Little Match Girl Special. Granguinol. Dominant Spark. I did indeed trigger the Little Match Girl from the graveyard. That's wild. If that's never the case, Luna, Kickback Ecclesia and herself. Quertus. Getting Tails. And that was a surrender. And last but not least for now, with this hand, this should be nice. Ball for Luna. Luna getting Little Match Girl. Little Match Girl Special for Willows. If I recall, I think I did use talents for, let me take a look, I think, but I'll get to that in a bit. Witcat, detach the two, toss out the spells. Yup, took a look. Sophimina and Fuelos. Shaddoll Draco Tail. Okay, so Shaddoll's on the other hand, though, you guys know that, in terms of in-depth guide of Shaddolls for quite some time. And when it comes to the usage of seeing Shaddolls, 3 separate times throughout the whole entire cup and not much else after. Droll is the last card. Ball, Dragon, and Esquimata. Dragon, kill off Ball. Grista. El Shaddoll, Miss Chakra. Equip spell, hook up Witcat, and 3 set. Unpossessed, flipped up. Miss Chakra, pay 800 for Shaddoll Fuse. Shaddoll Fuse. Miss Chakra, number 2. Okay, here are some things about what exactly went wrong. For which, by the way, I did not use Forbidden Chalice on window. I rather leave it on the field. First off, anytime your window's continuous effects are live, you do not send any natural extenders because window is blocking you off with just 1 special summon and not much else after. So you are pretty much forced to Squamata to Foolish and Under Shaddoll. Being Beast, draw 1, Miss Chakra, pay 800 for Void Unleashing, Unleashing, El Shaddoll, Fuse, getting Schism, Aerial, toss out Aerial or discard, Luna, Luna Match Girl, and Ball. Set 3. Once Upon, Little Match Girl, special from Banish, getting Once Upon. Ball, getting Luna. Real Normal Luna, getting Sleeper. Little Match Girl, turn Winda into Prince of Fairies. Okay, it's just to make sure that name still is the same as a Shaddoll monster. But Ball is going to fix that to make sure that the name change is going to occur. Also, I think that lets my opponent become free to play as well. Miss Chakra, bring back Winda. Turn one of them off. Schism. Banish 2. Abcalone. Being a dark, send Witcat. Abcalone. Chalice to Abcalone. Battle phase it. And of course, Fairy Tail can indeed direct attack. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Smash the notification bell to keep yourself constantly updated, and I shall catch you guys next time.